So, Microsoft has finally revealed their next Xbox, the Xbox One. Now, in this video, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the Xbox One, the good and the bad, and I also want to know your thoughts on the system because it seems that a lot of people are having mixed opinions about the Xbox One. So before we get on to that little interesting conversation, what's going on all my gamers out there? It's that one and only X-Murder and Beast, and today you guys are watching some of that good old Medal of Honor Warfighter. Now this is a quick TDM I picked up with the demo class right here. I am using the AKS-74U with the red dot sight, muzzle compensator, and the standard stock. Now the demo class, and I always say this about the class, but the class is actually pretty good. Now I don't use him a lot because of his mobility, and I'm just the type of player that likes to have his characters run fast. But the demo class definitely does have a lot of good stuff about him. For one, he has one of the best abilities in game, with the ballistic armor. It saved my ass plenty of times because usually what I do is that instead of just running around like a madman with it on, I use it when I'm about to die. When I run around a corner and I'm like 10% health, put that bad boy on, and then they get surprised when they go around the corner because 9 times out of 10, they're gonna start chasing after you, and they're not gonna expect you to put that armor on. So that armor can really save your ass. Also, he has some of the best support actions in the game. Let me just get those kills with this M32 grenade launcher. Man, way better than that Motor Strike. Got the small and got the Mosa robot, which just do work, guys. Plus, you got the AA-12 in this class. The AA-12 just rocks. But anyways, enjoy the gameplay that I have provided for you in the background. I don't know what's going on with me. Having some hard time talking. I guess because I'm a little bit tired. But anyways, let's start talking about the Xbox One. Now, the first things first, we're going to talk about the name. Honestly, they could have did a better job with the name. Microsoft kind of dropped the ball when it came to the name of the system. Now, I do get the concept of it. It's supposed to be more than just a gaming console. It's supposed to be like your cable box, your TV, your Skype, your freaking internet browser, all sorts of stuff. Pretty much doing everything but games. And joking, Microsoft fans, before they try to hang me now. But it seems like it's trying to do everything. So I do get the concept of the name, but I feel like they could have picked a better name. Nintendo and Microsoft kind of dropped the ball when it came to the naming their consoles. I mean, before people say I'm hating on the Wii U, I love my Wii U. I'll be playing it almost all the time. But they could have did a better job with the name. So now Microsoft and Nintendo kind of dropped the ball when it came down to the names. Now, as for the look of the console, it doesn't look too bad. It kind of looked ugly to me at first, I'm not going to lie. And it kind of still does. But it doesn't really matter how much what the console looks like as long as it actually performs good. So I think doesn't really matter too much what the console looks like, but I thought it kind of looked somewhat ugly, to be honest, but that's just my opinion anyway. Now, as far as the specs of the console, it seems like it's going to be neck and neck with PS4. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some spots where the consoles are going to outperform each other, but for the most part, your games should look roughly around the same on both platforms. So we kind of already knew that this was going to be like that, but I think it's pretty good that at least the specs aren't that much behind, at least from what we heard anyways, or what I've seen, I should say. And the controller actually looks pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, they improved on the D-pad, and I believe the analog sticks look like they kind of got better gripping on the analog stick, and I can appreciate like that. I can appreciate that they kind of just improved the more traditional controller. They didn't try nothing way too new, just improved on what was already working. So there's nothing bad about that. Now then, it's time to touch up on some of the bullshit, and I know some of you guys know what I'm about to get into, but it's making me really take a pass on the next Xbox. Honestly, I think I'm just cool with the Wii U and the PS4. But one of the complaints that I have is you have to pay a fee to play used games. Now, I don't know which jackass in the Microsoft office thought this was a good idea, but he should get smacked in the back of his head. This or her head. You know what? I'm not going to be sexy about it. It could be a boy or a girl. But this is a bad idea, guys. This is just as bad as the little online passes that EA were doing. Now, I understand it's for them to probably make full profit. But with economy being as bad as it is, people can't simply just sit there and pay $60 for a game all the time. Sometimes, going for a used games is just a better choice because you have bills and other things to worry about. So just for them to sit there and tell you, well, you're going to have to pay a fee to play used games is fucking crazy. It just simply is. It's crazy. I don't know who is like on board with that idea. I don't agree with it. Also, it seems that your Xbox is going to need an internet connection at least once every 24 hours. Now, it's not going to be the online only console like we thought it was going to be, but it seems like you're going to definitely need to have an internet connection at least once every 24 hours because of things like the cloud gaming and some other functions for the Xbox One. So, that of itself right there just does not sound good to me at all. I don't like it, and I don't see who's on board on it. Granted, you can say that everybody has internet nowadays, but anything can happen, guys. You can be bad weathering, or you just couldn't pay for your internet one day. You know, you just couldn't pay for it, and shit happens like that sometimes. So, the fact that you would need an internet connection at least once every 24 hours, no. Just simply no. Now I'm sure there's more stuff like the whole you can't remove the hard drive, but that's nothing big to me. Mainly the whole use feed thing is really what got to me. That's what really kind of brought the straw on the camel's back, if I even said that saying right. But anyways, guys, let me know, how do you feel about the Xbox One? Do you think it's a good buy, or are you definitely going to buy it, or are you taking a pass on it? Let me know your thoughts on it so far. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, do leave a thumbs up, and if you're a new viewer, do subscribe for content like this and some more A&B dopeness. Talk to you guys later. Peace.